What's happening, guys? It's your boy Uncle P with another episode of Uncle P's podcast. Yes! I don't know what take this is, but we are back, guys. And yo, guys, saw the heading below. Does body count count? So, guys, I decided to put up this post on Twitter. I was talking to a friend, so and then he says to me, so I basically started it where he started and said, 3 body counts, you are useless. And I was like, why would a woman's value drop for giving herself to a man she thought truly loved her? He literally responded, slutting is slutting. That was him, not me. And then I asked the question, is a woman's body count really an issue, and is there an exception to this count? Let's discuss. Then I decided to send this very same post to a couple of friends on WhatsApp, a couple of guys, to just hear their opinion and see what's what. And I gotta tell you guys, oh man, I got some crazy response. And look, in the end of the day, I think everybody is responding. You see, men honestly do believe that a woman is the most valuable asset that they can own. Purely because, you know, a woman, for me personally, a woman is a man's pride. So knowing that many guys have touched her or many guys have been through her, it kind of takes that value away because it feels like any man has access to her. Now, my issue is there an exception? Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, I date a girl, okay, and I'm an asshole to this girl. Like, I hurt this girl, and she's a good girl. Maybe we meet in high school, and I'm an asshole, and I end up sleeping with her. She made a mistake, and she decides, oh wow, guys are jerks, and she stays away from men. So she goes to college, she meets this guy, and she starts dating this guy, and boom, 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 they have a sexual relationship, and this guy decides, I don't know, gets an opportunity overseas and travels, the relationship falls apart. Then she ends up meeting this guy just at the end of her graduation, or maybe at a new workplace where she's working after graduating. So they start dating and everything else. But this guy gets a promotion, or she gets a promotion. This guy starts hating, and boom, that relationship falls apart. Now, can you see all these relationships? It's technically not the girl's fault. And these are actually realities that most women face. They get into relationships thinking that this is a legitimate relationship. But then the guy, my apologies, we're trying to keep the show clean, but the guy ends up, his life ends up going a different direction. What? Now, most guys will come in, but why do you keep saying we guys are the ones who mess up? Ladies also mess up, yes. But the body count is usually on the woman's side. So that's the reason why I'm going this direction. So, during that process of this lady trying to find her soulmate, trying to find the right man, and this is what's happening to her. She eventually decides to stay single for 3 years, and now she's in her mid-20s, early 30s. Has her value dropped? That's my question. And if it has dropped, why? I mean, the circumstances are not necessarily a fault. If we were judging her on that, she ain't a hoe. She's a loyal girl that dated a guy that did her wrong. Is there an exception to that? Or there is no exception. The fact that she just slept with many men, that's all that matters. So when I put that out there to most of the guys then started thinking, they were like, you know what, there's kind of an exception. They kind of started looking at it a bit different. But then we did I tricked them, or rather yet, one of the guys tricked me, and then I tricked them. So he said, okay, let's do the maths. When you get into a new relationship, you have sex almost every day, if not every day, but at most 3 to 4 times a week, if not the whole weekend. Imagine if she dated 5 guys that she had sex with at least 100 times in a month, which is a very low number if you count 100 times. When we say 100 times, we're counting rounds, guys. So if you have 4 rounds, that's 4 times you've had sex with that guy, not one day. So that basically means you can have sex 100 times within a month. If you date that guy for 1 year, how many times have you slept with that very same guy? Now, if you've dated 5 guys, That's plus minus 10 to 20,000 times that you have had sex. So what happens now is you have gained sexual experience with 5 different guys. So you are fully aware of your body and you understand your body and you know how that body can be pleased and satisfied. When you meet a new man, the issue becomes that man needs to explore you. But the problem is exploring you is no longer easy because you already know yourself. You already understand yourself because you have that experience. So for this new man to satisfy you, it becomes a hell and becomes a problem. And that's one of the things a lot of the guys started realizing when I started pointing out how many times this girl possibly has had sex in her life before getting to you. Then I threw down another scenario. What if this girl is from another country, comes to your country, and in your country has dated absolutely nobody, but she's got a body count of even 50? Surprisingly, a lot of the guys says they actually don't care. If she's from another country and she's got a body count of 50, it doesn't matter. I asked why. All of them had a similar answer, which is, I think most men, the answer was that I don't know who those guys are. I will never have to bump into them. I think the issue isn't the body count. I think the issue is when you meet the girl, if you guys are from the same area, the same neighborhood, the chances are the niggas that were splitting the chicks, you know them or you will bump into them. Worse, now in this modern day where there's social media and nothing is private, where we put all our business out there, you break up with a nigga, you put all the business out there, or he puts your business out there. Guys are afraid of wifing a woman that there is a possibility that she will be exposed for the streets. Because in the end of me researching, literally everyone was like, listen, bro, the truth is, I'm just worried that, I really like her and, hey, man, and regardless, and most of them were like, women are not bad, especially even if she has 100 body counts, especially these women that have these experiences. They're usually good people. The problem is people take advantage of being good people and mislead them into their bedrooms, and then they end up having these large body counts. We aren't talking about the obvious, in the street chicks. We're not talking about these modern day women who are selling these OnlyFans type of chicks. No, we're talking about legit women who are good women, but unfortunately trusted the wrong man or gave themselves to the wrong man and ended up either falling pregnant or something like that. I was actually watching a movie of Robert Niro, The Family, where the daughter went through the same situation. I'm going to try and see if I can find that scene where she was keeping her virginity for the right man. And she met this guy in France and she believed this was the right guy. And she gave herself to this man only to find out that this man was like, hey man, thank you very much. It was a great experience. And she was like, what? A great experience? I gave you my all. I gave you my love. And the love that I gave you was the only thing that I had left to give, to take me away from this life. And they would, if you know the movie, you'd understand. If you don't know the movie, watch it. It's an amazing movie. I'll put the link below to where to watch the movie and all that. Pretty awesome movie. But guys, and I started realizing that we are judging women completely wrong. I understand it's hard to meet a woman to think, wow, she's been with so many guys and she's done all these things and where's the purity and all that. The same way I did a video of the why for cheating. How about the why for the body count? Because there's a lot of baby mamas out there that purely, honestly make mistakes. And they are good women, even 2-3 kids, really good women. You can date them and they won't expect you to 100% take care of their kids. They are hustling for their own kids. And if you come and you provide for her children, she will appreciate it. I ain't talking about Americans. Guys, Americans are extremely toxic. Europeans are extremely toxic. I'm talking about us Africans. We think and function differently. We are able to marry a woman with kids from another man and still make it work. Our problem is we are becoming so modern. We are becoming so influenced with this modern culture through social media that we are losing our identity. Africans love children. Anyways, guys, I don't want to keep the topic going on for too long. I'm your boy, Uncle P. Please comment below what you guys think. Does body count? Ladies, now it's your turn to let me know what's your opinion on your own body count. What's your story, Why is your body count high? Was it a choice? Did you just fall in love way too many times and gave yourself in, and it just happens that every guy you fell in love with just wanted them chicks? Because guys don't take responsibility for body count. In fact, before I cut the show, guys, during the process of talking to all different guys, all of them also have different lifestyles. Okay, some of them are professional sportsmen, some of them businesses, some of them hustlers, some of them don't have employment. So all those opinions came from guys in different aspects of life. So two of the guys who are in the that world of going out and hooking up with chicks and just sleeping around and just enjoying life, actually said he didn't care. I said, what do you mean you don't care? He says, dude, even if you have a girlfriend or a wife at home, you don't know if she's loyal. I was like, I kind of know mine is. And it's like, true, yes, very few men know that. But if you married a modern woman that is out there, that is also partying and everything, you don't know if she's loyal. So it's like, whatever, man, I'm going to do my thing, I'm going to live my life. And I realized this whole body count thing is very subjective to every single man. But the fundamental is they don't really care as long as that body count isn't publicly known. And those niggas or those brothers or those guys that split them chicks ain't gonna be showing up left and right. Like, modern women, 3 different baby daddies, 3 different baby daddies, 4 different baby daddies. And then they're all showing up wanting to pick up their kids. So a guy now has to experience and see what those niggas that used to speak. Imagine if you now with a guy who is freaking bad. He has to think like, what I'm doing to her was done to her by this guy, and I know them because they got kids. That's why, ladies, it's extremely important to just take care of yourself. Listen, I talk about dating. Date, guys. Dating doesn't mean you need to sleep with a guy. Steve Harvey speaks about the 90-day rule. I don't think you should make a guy wait that long, but if a guy is also not willing to wait that long, that means that nigga is there just for the chicks. A guy that is serious about you, bro, you will know from the first week. Once you get into the first month, his actions, his words, what he's talking about, how he's prepping for the future, how he's wanting to know what your planning is, your movement, your angle, your dreams. Do you want to travel? Are you family orientated? He talks about family a lot. Where would you want to live? You would know. But if you're in your 20s, your early 20s, you're in college and all that, and you're just dating for the sake of dating, then don't date and involve sex, because once you start doing that, the consequences later on when you're older becomes more tricky. Unless you're willing to travel and go to a different country where your body count apparently goes back to 0. Guys, listen, I've said enough. I want to hear what your guys' opinions are. Does body count counts? Ladies, what's your experience and why is your body count so high if you're comfortable talking about it? Peace.